Hello, hello, friends. Good morning, good evening, wherever, whenever you might be tuning into this video. This is Yonks, and this is exciting. This is something that we have been talking about doing for quite a while now, is creating an investment club. And this one is specifically geared for cooperative housing here in Colorado. And the underlying thing is that we're really wanting to help renters become owners, because one of the things that's very concerning to a lot of us here on the call tonight, and we've got personal experience with this, is that the barriers of entry in a lot of desirable places in the Denver metro area, Colorado is definitely on the desirability list. And that's one of the things that why Mrs. Yonks and I are here today. So we've got a little bit of agenda here prepared, and I've got this incognito mode on our Notion page, and I'll try to get a link in this, but just wanted to do some introductions here real quick. And I would like to go ahead and do a real quick introduction. Myself is Yonks, and the thing that brings a lot of us here together on this call tonight is rToken, the real estate DAO. And this is a vehicle, this investment club here, again, where we're wanting to help renters become owners, and very passionate about creating solutions for the equitable, affordable housing crisis. And I don't know, Tyler, if you're going to be able to help facilitate the introductions here with Brooke in the background. Let me know if you can or not.
I can, and we have a 9-month-old, so she might say hello in a very loud way, so I might mute myself. I'm Tyler Yonker, aka Mrs. Yonks. I am a full-time diplomat and working on rToken, Token Summit DAO, Token Town, kind of all the projects here in the real estate space, and super excited to be here. So over to you, Amy.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Amy. I've been with rToken since July, August, and I'm always open to learn. And this is a great team, so anybody who's interested, please come on board. Like and follow our YouTube, please. Thank you.
Thanks, Amy, and thanks everything you do for POAPs and for all of the administrative stuff that you do in the background. You're so valuable. Teresa, I would love a quick intro.
Hi, I'm Teresa. For POAPs and for all of the administrative stuff that you do in the background. You're so valuable. Hi, I'm Teresa over here on the East Coast.
Awesome. Glad you're here. One of our very first co-founding members. Super excited you're here. And Rosetta, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, this is Rosetta Davis. I'm in Nashville and have been involved with rToken DAO since I guess it was July or August as well, in the same state as Amy, Tennesseans. And so happy to be a part of this and looking forward to learning and becoming involved. Thanks so much.
Awesome. And Brian, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm a realtor and I'm also a property manager. So I hear about co-op housing, but I want to know a little bit more about that. That's it. Thank you.
Well, awesome. Welcome, and we're glad you're here. And back to you, Jason.
Yes, I was just going to echo the sentiments there as well. And really the vision here for this investment club, this is one obviously here geared towards Colorado, but one of the modalities that we operate under is that we really want to build a blueprint, a framework where other people can replicate this in their own local communities. And that's one of the things that this is functionally going to sit under the Triple Win Foundation, and we'll be talking more about that coming up here. And that's one of the things that we've had just begun having some conversations within rToken, the real estate DAO. So anyway, this is the agenda that we've prepared here for tonight. So introductions, I guess we can check this one off. So DWork is a tool that we have been utilizing, and I'm actually going to get the window over here. And this is one that, again, let me throw the link in here for everybody. So this is a Kanban style board. We just started utilizing this at rToken here fairly recently. I'm not exactly sure how that it's going to be utilized here for the investment club, but one of the things that we like doing is exploring tools. And this is one of the things that how that like this investment club is functionally a social experiment, and we're wanting to make it easy for people to collectively pool money. And then like really, and this is one of the things that I was alluding to Tyler, we really believe that this cooperative housing investment club here can be a segue, like a dynamic where people can come together through a cooperative housing NFT that we believe can roll into a cooperative housing protocol. And at the end of the day, we're wanting to tokenize those situations through rToken, the real estate DAO. But we'll talk more about that. So let me actually throw in a link here, and I'll send you a link, Tyler, for the admin. And then this is, again, I literally created this very quickly. That's one of the great things about DWork. Very, very quickly before we went on the live stream here earlier this afternoon. And one of the things that we're looking at doing here is, again, creating the investment club. And this is something that I'm not completely sure how the investment club will work from a standpoint, because like I have no expectations that everybody that's on this call here today will necessarily want to invest in this local Colorado regional, I guess is a better way to look at it. But the opportunity for us to utilize like an ERC social token or a governance token and maybe do some hybrid governance, but then also the opportunity of having this investment club, like one of the domains that got is i100 club. And the thought on that is $100 or whatever the case may be, whether it's 100 stable coins, it'll probably be some type of stable coin that makes the most sense for an investment club. But the other opportunity too is to have a mechanism where, like, because again, this Colorado local one is hopefully just one of dozens or hundreds that crop up around the country or even internationally, because I believe that this isn't an isolated dynamic. I do believe that the affordable housing is a global crisis that we need to have more solutions for. So anyway, let's take a look at the agenda here to keep me on track. So right now, showing DWork, one of the things that I wanted to also do is go through, and this is a very quick process because we have, and let me go to the ENS domain. And this is just some of the good housekeeping stuff that I like doing from, and those that aren't familiar, ENS is the Ethereum naming service. I have yonks.eth, and I have control of several different ENS domains. And the one right now that we're talking about is i100. And earlier today, I set up a subdomain for rHome. And then, because rHome is the cooperative dynamic, the i100 is the investment club dynamic of this situation. And let me actually show here a little bit to provide a little bit additional perspective real quick. Let me bring this open here to make a little bit more sense. So one of the things that we just voted on here recently is to actually, this is a Figma diagram that I created back in November that I will probably update here soon, not sure when, but we, rToken, the real estate DAO, actually voted to move this yellow circle into this triple win foundation ecosystem. And the one that we're talking about here tonight is i100 Club. So anyway, I just wanted to provide that as a little additional context on that. And let me share, I'll send a link on that here. But right now, what I was wanting to do is to update the subdomain here, the CO rHome i100 with the hot wallet address of this is one that I created earlier. I'll throw that link in there for everybody. And that's co.rhome.i100.eth. And this is one of the things that have found to be easiest when doing some of this administration from DAOs is right now using a MetaMask hot wallet. I'm not going to go into details as far as why on that, but did somebody have a question? I'm gonna keep on going here real quick. So anyway, I wanted to get this on the clipboard, and we're gonna go ahead and specify this address here real quick, and then we'll also add that as the controller. And let's go ahead and confirm this. And I'll put in here real quick the description. This is, and I'll copy this just from over here real quick. Co-op, there we go. By 3-win DAO. And we'll do rHome co-op. And this is the, I'm just putting in the Twitter handles for those in there. Okay, and then the website, and this is something that we will have in place here soon. This is co.i100.club. And I'll just put in 3-win DAO in the Twitter here and on the GitHub. And I'm not sure what we're going to do with the, we'll talk more about this on the community call for Retoken on Wednesday, as far as the Discord integration. So I'm going to go ahead and confirm this here real quick. And then the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to transfer a little bit of ETH, because the syndicate DAO setup process, when I was looking at the instructions, requires 0.2 Ethereum. So we're going to fund this with some Ethereum from the DAO hack. The DAO hack is one of our sister projects here. And just waiting for that transaction. And I'll actually create a task here for this too. This is one of the things where love messing with the tools. This is very similar to Trello, a Kanban style board. And let's see, I'm gonna do setup the co.rhome.i100.eth on ENS for the hot wallet. And we'll just go ahead and create this. And the cool thing is that dwork actually has some proof of work where you can mint some ERC. I think it's 1155 is the token that they do for that. And let's see, so we've got the address, and then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set the controller here for that, and that will transition it from control to on this yonks.eth account to the hot wallet there, and then we'll be able to do anything on that wallet there. So that's a much smaller transaction, don't have as many details in on that one. So let's see, show dwork. I'm going to go ahead and check the box off on this. And let's get the instructions up here for the syndicate. Let me see, I think I've got that in another window over here. There's that in this tab for everybody. So create an investment club. I'll put this in the Zoom and I'll also put it on the Discord live stream channel here for everybody too. And this is one of the things, I'll turn on my live streamer on Discord and show everybody the live stream channel. This is one of the fun ways that we make it easier for people to plug into the live stream, such as this, is it provides a fabulous bridge. So I've got the live stream mode enabled, and here is the link that just shared there for the syndicate. And this is what we're going to be doing here momentarily. That's the create and they call this a Web3 investment club. And here's, I'll also provide, I think the, yeah, here's the Mirror article. And this is one of the things, mirror.xyz, that's a increasingly a up and coming Web3. It's very similar to medium.com, but it's Web3 native. And I'll put that link in the live stream channel for everybody too. That's the introducing Web3 investment club. So I guess that's what we're going to be, the syndicate is calling this. So 5 easy steps. Let me make this bigger for everybody on the live stream here. Set up a new wallet or multi-sig with at least 0.2 ETH. Now, if it, I'm not sure what the value proposition of the multi-sig is. That adds extra complexity and cost, especially on Ethereum mainnet. And I'm pretty sure that whatever their framework is looking like, it is on Ethereum mainnet. And one of the things that we'll have some more conversations with as far as the legal entity aspects of that. And that's one of the things. It's one of the things that we love about the investment club, as far as that there's a lot of established regulations surrounding investment clubs, and then having a platform such as Syndicate to help facilitate the creation of that will be very nice as well. So let's see, I think that this is, I'm going to refresh this because this looks like it doesn't have the stuff on it here real quick. So it looks like that the control has now moved on for this subdomain over to the hot wallet. So one of the things now that we're going to do, let me go back to our agenda here real quick. So I'm going to check this show DWork box off here, and then let's transfer. So one of the things that I do to manage different things is using different profiles here, and this makes it easier. So this is actually where we're going to transfer the, and I might need to log into this account here real quick. So I use a lot, Mrs. Yonks and I use LastPass for keeping track of all the passwords. I'm just going to grab that from our LastPass. The nice thing about LastPass is that it makes it easy to generate some hard to remember passwords. So that's a best practice as far as password management, having some random generated tool for that. So let's throw that in here real quick. And we're going to send 0.25 to the let's see, where's that one? CO, this wallet address right here. And that's send. And this is the great thing like about crypto is, oh, I got to put in the address. And I'm going to go ahead and add it into the address book as well. There's the address or the name I'm going to use. Oh, I'm going to have to do this again. Just throw that in the Zoom. Guess I could probably type that in here. Okay, send. Add a nickname, co.rHome.i100.eth. And we're going to do 0.25. Confirm. So just waiting for that transaction to, and this will be, I'm going to go back to, I don't need this up here. So there's that setup syndicate, and then, oh. And let's do a refresh and see if that transaction is still waiting to come in. So let me get that link over here. Okay, so we'll just go to the Syndicate DAO homepage. Okay, well, we've got the transaction in there so that we can launch this Syndicate DAO Investment Club here. So let's get started. You're not in any investment clubs yet. So I just connected the wallet. As a lot of people know, I'm a screenshot junkie. So I'm going to grab a screenshot. And one of the reasons that I do that, and one of the things here real quick that I'm going to do before I go through that, and this is just, again, what I consider a best practice for ENS, is we're going to actually set the reverse over here on ENS domains for our hot wallet here. So that's going to be a very small transaction cost. We're going to connect our wallet here and go to my account. And right here is where we can do that at the main screen. So you can see here, primary ENS name is not set. I'm not going to go into details why that this is the best practice. Just take my word for it. It is, and it does have a small transaction cost to do that. Like this one's $20. And this is one of the things that we're looking forward to, some more L2 scaling solutions like ZK Sync, but that's another conversation for another day. We do a lot of our stuff on Polygon. So anyway, we don't need to wait for that here to, I'm going to go ahead and take a screenshot of this too, because I'll do that when it's done, actually. So anyway, here is the create. And one of the reasons that I thought of that, just so that you know, is because I'm not sure if up here in the upper right-hand corner, if it would actually show the wallet address or if it might show the reverse that we have in place. A lot of apps utilize the reverse ENS domains. So a lot of dApps, decentralized apps, which this one, I guess, would be considered a dApp here. So I'm going to just refresh this here. So it looks like that is, I don't know if it's still waiting to set or not. Let's take a look here. It looks like it should be good. So it is, and as you can see, primary ENS name is now the CO for Colorado, rHome.i100.eth. And again, just doing this to kind of build a framework. So it'll be very easy, like if another state, another country, or whatever wants to do this, we can set that up here. So anyway, I'm going to refresh this and see if it does show the ENS domain. It does not, but let's go ahead and get the investment club created now. So we'll see how long that this process takes. We're 37 minutes after the hour here. And this is the first time that we're doing this. Syndicate just launched this framework on January 25th here in 2022. So very, very recently. So create on-chain club, define the name and rules around your arrays that will enable the on-chain cap table. Form a legal entity, distribute and sign legal agreements, collect funds, and invest together. So those are optional. So we're going to go through this step together right now. And to be clear, I'm pretty sure that this isn't the only framework that exists for this type of dynamic. This is one that's geared specifically for investment clubs with some other stuff. And that's, again, we'll have some more conversations offline as far as the legal stuff goes. One of the things that we're looking to do very, very soon, within the next 24 to 48 hours soon, is create Triple Win Foundation as a nonprofit corporation, public benefit based in Wyoming. Anyway, create on-chain club. This is very exciting, everybody. So what should we call this investment club? So let's see, we're going to call this one rHome. Is it case sensitive? Co-op. Actually, I'm just going to copy and paste this from the right here. Not sure if it has a character limit, AKA. So this is set an easily recognizable symbol for your investment club token that powers the club's cap table management and governance infrastructure. So one of the things that we were talking about here earlier is R for rHome, I for investment, C for club, and CO. So how does everybody think about that? Any objections here? I'll throw this in the live stream too. Hey, I see Ryan hanging out on the live stream. Welcome, Ryan. I know that we've been talking about this investment club thing here for a long time. And this is one component. The other component is the cooperative housing. So the investment club is the i100 club aspect of it, and the rHome is the cooperative housing aspect. So, and this is R equals rHome, I equals investment. Let's see. Somebody feel free to chime in on this conversation.
I'm super excited that we're going to do everything the right way. I've seen so many people that kind of beat us to the punch, but they're either only limited to accredited investors or they are just completely ignoring securities laws. So super excited that we're going to be able to offer an investment that is following all the rules and still new and early in the space. I'm pretty excited about this.
Yeah, and to be clear, this is a vehicle to help renters become owners, to make it easier for, and we don't know what that's going to look like right now because this is a new type of concept, and that's one of the things that we're going to be intentional about collaborating more, and just some evidence of that. Mrs. Yonks can attest. I was in St. Pete's, Florida in November, personally attending the National Association of Housing Cooperatives, which is not really a blockchain enabled solution for that. And that's one of the things, most of them didn't have any idea what I was talking about. And that's how early we are in this space. But anyway, any final thoughts before I press next? All right, here we're going. I'm throwing in a screenshot in there too. So here we go, next. So what's the upper limit of the club's raise? And it looks like that we have to, accepting deposits beyond this amount will require an on-chain transaction with gas, so aim high. And I don't know if there's a limit on this. Here's what it does have as far as stablecoin or Ethereum for the two options here. And I don't know if we have a cap. Should we just do 25 million?
Sure. I mean, if the only prerequisite is the 99 investors, right?
I bet that they have some limit. Investment club max capital. I don't know if I'll get very good hits on.
Oh, good job. It's 25 million.
I thought that I heard that from somewhere, but so anyway, let's just put 25 million.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, 25. 1, 2, 3. Oh, good. It does commas for me there. 25 million. Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, well, I'm going to take a screenshot of this. When will deposits close? Extending the close date will require an on-chain transaction with gas, so aim for further in the future to leave ample time for collection. You can close deposits early if needed.
I mean, custom, can we put a year or 2 years? I mean, if we're just, or do we want to try and make it more immediate than that?
I think that we should make it more immediate than that. You know, like the opportunity to amplify what we're doing here. And anyway, let's click on custom and see what it gives us here. Close date. So we've got October 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, we're doing a token summit. So why don't we just do the close date on October 23rd of 2022? How does that sound?
Yeah, that's good.
Fabulous. And I love that that just happens to be a Sunday. So that's going to be a fabulous event. And that's a virtual event that Tyler absolutely delivered a home run for DAO Day on February 22nd of 2022, where we proclaimed International DAO Day. And apologies to anybody that was planning on attending our working group here today. We wanted to do some more preparation here for this live stream. So anyway, we're going to choose the closing date of October 23rd, which will be the final day. And I not ironically, but incidentally, that will be the day that we're going to be talking about real estate tokens, social tokens, and security tokens. And I'm sure that we will fit in this conversation in that there if we don't get this 25 million raised before then. And if we do, that will be a wonderful situation. So anyway, let's go ahead, and I can't remember if I got a screenshot. I'm going to grab another one here just in case. Next. Okay, what's the maximum number of members? Investment clubs may have up to 99 members according to the SEC. So we're going to say 99. And one of the things here, just for the benefit of everybody, there's a hyperlink here. I'm going to go ahead and click on this in another tab and provide everybody this link in the live stream channel. So here is the SEC link for investment clubs. All right. So got a screenshot of that already. Create an investment club. And I'm going to make this just full screen here. it doesn't. Let's see if I got it all. Okay, confirm wallet. Oh, I put it here. Sorry, Teresa. I put it in the live stream. I'll put it in the Zoom here too. I'd be surprised if you haven't seen that before. I know you're do a lot of research. Use wallet as permanent club wallet. Confirm the connected wallet or create a new wallet for this investment club. Deposits will be collected in this wallet, and any existing assets in this wallet be visible to all club members. So yes, continue with this wallet. So now this is one where I'm wondering if we should use a multi-sig wallet. What do you think, Tyler?
Yeah, I think multi-sigs are important. It gives everybody more confidence that nobody can run off with the money. And it also gives us a chance to check in with the community I think from a best practices standpoint, it's probably a good idea to check in with your multi-sig signers, maybe every 6 months or whatever, and make sure they're still involved in the community. And we're involved in another DAO that has so little security. I'm not super confident investing with them because I feel like they don't follow best practices on multi-sig. So I think whatever we can do to make it more transparent and more secure for everybody is a good thing.
All right. Well, we'll see. I don't have the because this is in a different browser profile here. So I'm wondering if I'm going to have to go through this with a different process. Because it looks like it's minting a smart investment club smart contract here on Ethereum mainnet from the looks of this process. Let's see. I'm going to go through this here with my wallet because the one that I'm thinking that we should use is the Triple Win Foundation multi-sig that we've got. So I'm going to start this. Here's the link to that multi-safe there that I'm thinking that we should use for this. Okay, so let me get that link. Just putting this stuff in again. I'm going to scan this with my Gnosis Safe multi-sig here wallet. Okay, so that's the safe there for triplewin.eth. So I'm going to go ahead and confirm the wallet there. So that was me using the DApp on my phone with Gnosis Safe, the one that I was just showing everybody here. And there's that. I'm going to put that in the live stream chat. So we are using safe.3win.eth, a Gnosis Safe multi-sig wallet. And there's, and I'll put in the link too. Okay. Confirm wallet. Yes, continue with this wallet. So I was just confirming the transaction on the app there on Gnosis Safe as well. So let me do a view on Etherscan here. Still waiting. Here's the transaction that we're still waiting to go through. Wonder how long this transaction is going to take. So let's see what else we've got on the agenda. This is the main thing here. That was the last thing. Set up the syndicate. This is the investment club functionality. So this is, again, the first syndicate DAO that we are launching, Syndicate Investment Club. So one of the things that I was talking about a little bit earlier is I still think that it would make sense to have some type of token to represent the investment club, the rHome investment club, just as far as the overarching dynamic, instead of just this specific investment club, more from a governance standpoint. Anybody have some thoughts on that? And I don't even know if that makes sense.
As far as the governance, or how do you mean?
Well, so this that we're creating, like this smart contract investment club that we're creating right now, is just for the Colorado co-op housing. So like the opportunity of, you know, having some type of social token that we could like reward everybody that's participating here today, for example. And we do have a POAP. Make sure, and I don't know, Brian, if you have an Ethereum address, but we do POAPs here, and POAP is a proof of attendance protocol. This circle PNG here And that's one of the things that Amy does behind the scenes. It's an absolutely fun way of tracking participation in stuff like this. This is my POAP collection here.
And that proof of good one's legit. That's super fun.
I know, right? It's like all spinny, like three-dimensional. And that was a partnered community that Amy introduced us to for Token Summit DAO. And that's one looking forward to having more conversations with and participating more. One of the things I love about their community is that they also do a live streaming format as well. So this is Ethereum transactions taking some time here. So I'm just doing a refresh here.
So as far as the governance go, I've got a couple thoughts. One is anybody that wants to invest in this thing is more than welcome to. If you're legally able to invest, come on in. If you don't have any interest in Colorado, then we can always add you to a list to notify you when we're ready to get the next city online. The other thing is, do we know if people's tokens are going to be able to be sold to each other, or have we gotten that far yet?
With this investment club?
Yeah, so what I was thinking is, let's say somebody who says, yeah, I'm in for whatever, I'm in for $1,000. And then 6 months from now, they decide that they'd rather invest in their home city, or do I have the option to purchase that person's shares of the club? Is that possible to transfer between members for?
I don't know what will be possible as far as the
Well, I saw another, so there's some interesting tools that people are starting to introduce in the space, especially around real estate. There's a tool I actually wasn't familiar with, but another real estate project that we invest in was using House Canary, where it looks like it's something like Zillow's estimates, or I'm not sure how accurate it is, but once they have to create a value for their token every month. And so what they've decided to do is use a tool that does kind of a soft estimate. So if somebody wants to sell their tokens, they say, hey, I bought in for 1,000 and it's saying the house went up 20%. So now my token's worth 1,200, whatever, it's that kind of thing. I think it'll be interesting to see what kind of tools we can add into this, and how we'll be able to value people's tokens, what options we can give them to either sell to each other if somebody wants more and somebody wants out, or self-redeeming capabilities. If the club ends up with a treasury, that we could redeem people's tokens for them at something like a correct valuation. I know you won't ever know exactly what it is around real estate, but we want to be fair to everybody and make sure that we're not redeeming somebody's tokens really high or really low compared to whatever they're investing in. So we're trying to track that on some reasonably moving forward basis.
So are we issuing two kinds of tokens, one for governance and one for investment?
We were talking about it, and the reason why was because we know that we have a nationwide audience just on this call, and then a global audience in our club. So some people will want to invest in Colorado and some people won't. So our thought was, should we separate out governance of the people that are showing up versus the people that are passively investing? Two thoughts. One is the people that own the tokens might want the governance, and they're saying, I don't want people that aren't invested making the decisions. The other situation is we want people to be actively involved in the club, and I think that's an SEC requirement that you're actively involved. There shouldn't be such a thing as people doing a set it and forget it. It's not like this is going to be a very time consuming thing, but it's not designed to be like a mutual fund or something else where you can just buy it once and look at it in 2 years. And it's not like that with an investment club. So we need to make sure that people are actively participating, and we need to make sure that we're getting quorum. So one of the challenges you run into when you've got a low investment barrier, we're trying to keep this thing around $100 a share initially, is somebody gets fired up. They say, man, that sounds cool. I want in. Here's $100. A month later, we call a vote on something. People are like, oh, it's $100. I don't care. However, and then you end up with like a 3% vote of your outstanding shareholders. And then things get really sticky later on if you are saying this wasn't really a majority, but it's a majority of the voters, but people aren't voting because they didn't care. So we're just trying to figure out how do we comply with all the SEC regulations and have a true representation of what the club wants, understanding that when people invest low dollar amounts, they often don't care. And even when we ask them to vote and send emails and Discord reminders and whatever, and ask them to vote, a lot of times people still don't vote.
And part of the idea too of having a different social token just for like rHome or the investment club is, you know, to again provide people like some type of mechanism on a more of a scale basis, because like this specific investment club that we're launching here only allows for 99 members, where that doesn't necessarily, that's of course limiting, but the opportunity of having a governance token that represents collectively all of the investment clubs that we will launch through this Triple Win Foundation is kind of the idea of having like a rHome investment club social token, so that we can again collectively have a means for governance within this larger rHome investment club ecosystem, if that makes sense.
I think if you are anticipating things that may happen in the future, you need to find a way out for them. Do we tell them you need to sell your tokens to us because you haven't participated in 10 of our votings? Or how do you, I guess that would be like a future kind of thing, but we need to put those in place, the framework itself, so they know that if they don't participate, they should be doing this next step, something like that.
Yeah, that's a really great point, Amy. And one of the things that we need to think about, the challenge that we need to make sure is that if we say, if you don't participate in so many votes, do you lose your tokens? Do we automatically redeem them for you? What are we allowed to do? What are we required to do by law? What's kind of a best practice from a membership? The last thing I'd want people to do is invest in something that is brand new and worried that if they don't participate that they're just going to lose their money. Like that's something that we don't want to do, but we want to create an environment that the SEC doesn't come back and say, hey, you weren't following the rules, you lose your exemption.
I think I remember when I was investing, like in Charles Schwab, long time ago, they would send out voting papers. Now, if you don't want to personally do the voting and you don't respond at a certain time, they will vote for you. I don't know if we can put that kind of mechanism.
I think a lot of that exists here, and that's one of the things once we get our investment club set up here within Syndicate DAO, that's my expectation that has already been considered as far as a requirement for participation in this. And then like we created the what's it called, and I got to see here because I think that this is waiting on me to execute this Gnosis Safe transaction here.
So
go ahead.
So Amy, those are great points. Definitely stuff we need to research. We need to find out what our options are. And there's a possibility that we could say, if you don't participate in, and we can't, and we can either cash you out at the current price of the token if we have it, or there's a possibility that we could just move them out to a different club that and just park it in Ethereum and just wait for them to self-redeem or something like that. I don't know what all of our options are. I just want to make sure that people know, like I got a letter from an old bank account that I actually forgot was still open. I think it's like $50 in it that said, hey, you haven't logged into this account in a year. If you don't log into it within the next year, then we're just going to consider it forfeited money and give it to the state because that's the state's forfeiture asset rules. I don't know if that applies to crypto assets or crypto clubs or anything because we're trying to operate within the SEC framework.
And here was I just wanted to show everybody this. This is why it still has the queue for executing this transaction in Gnosis Safe here. So this is why that we're still waiting for the pending transaction. And let's see, I think I don't know if it's going to do another one because I think that it stopped spinning here. So we will see. Let me refresh this and see if this is still in the queue. So it looked like the gas right now is up quite a bit. I'm going to go ahead and get this done because we're already like, see how much this contract. Yeah, this was a lot higher. So anyway, the other thing too, going back to that conversation as far as the governance token, we can have more of those conversations. It's not something that we need to decide right now, wanting to have some better understanding as far as what this syndicate investment club provides for us here. And just to provide a little additional conversation, Token Town is our flagship project. This is one of the things that we're talking about expanding, but we've had a lot of conversations in the past for Token Town, the HOA destroyer, and we'll be having more conversations about that. And that's part of the overall strategy that we're building towards here. So let's see, I'm going to refresh this gas here. This is a busy, see, look, now it keeps on going up. I'm going to wait until this goes down because like when I was doing some of these transactions earlier today, this is like 4x of what it was. And like let me show you what everybody that looks like here, because I've got to see it went up again. So here's where you have to sign the transaction, and this makes this transaction like $245. And it was like a fourth of that price earlier today. So I'm going to reject this transaction and get this done later, but wanted to open up some questions here. We went through a lot of materials on the live stream tonight. I was going to go check this out, but I'm going to stop talking right now.
So as soon as this goes through, will the club be live and ready to invest in, or what's the next step after this?
Yeah, that's my understanding, but I'm going to reject this transaction. Like I said, wait for the gas to decrease here. And I'm not sure if it'll create a new, I'll probably go through this process here as far as clicking on the confirm to just get this set up. The nice thing about this multi-sig safe that we've got here is that it's one that's basically been on the shelf, and we could use that or create a different one where this one is just for this investment club. But that's the nice thing about making some changes. This is but anyway, I'm going to stop talking and we're already like 10 minutes past the hour that we allocated here tonight. And Sunday night, the Ethereum mainnet is very, very busy.
Well, we can do this later on, but that's so exciting that we're getting this live. I know a lot of you guys have been with us since the very beginning, so super excited that we are officially going to be ready to start taking investments and solve some people's problems. This is exciting.
Yeah, and just to reiterate here, go ahead, Amy, I saw you on mic.
Yeah, I just want to say congratulations, because I know this has been in our roadmap for quite some time, and the execution and how you presented it is really good. And I don't mind the governance token. We just have to say what it's for. So whoever we reward it to, I don't know what the future value is, something that we can either look forward to or things like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
no, absolutely. And like, I wanted to just real quick go back to, and I'm actually going to show it here because this is where it's even existed for longer, is on our Gitbook page. And that Figma that I did here, like rHome co-op, we had on our Gitbook page for a while, and then this impact investing with the Figma that I showed everybody earlier has been here. And this is a tweet that's sent out. This is something that when we saw Syndicate DAO was launched here, because the nice thing about plugging into an existing framework is that we can collaborate with other people. Like I've already ran across, just in the small circles that we run in, somebody else that has launched an investment club on Syndicate as well. So the ability to collaborate with other people. But again, really what we're looking to do here is to provide a framework that we can scale out to provide sustainable and scalable residential real estate tokenization, to provide a path for equitable, affordable housing for more people. Go ahead, Tyler.
yeah, what I was going to say is I don't know from a compliance standpoint if delegated voting is a thing. So we need to find out if the act of delegating is actively allowed or if that's considered non-active participation or whatever. So that would be one thing to consider with the governance tokens, Amy, is if we separate it out. I think a lot of people say, I want the profit, I'll take the loss. I want the investment return, but I just don't care that much. So just somebody vote for me. And then all of a sudden you can have something more like a board of stewards, where I think a lot of times this happens in HOAs.
I'm pretty sure, as far as from an investment club lens, the way that I understand it is that like delegation would more make it a passive dynamic. And I don't think that this will be doing a delegated governance framework.
Well,
now, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, if that is going to mess up the compliance for the club, then I don't know that if we can't have such a thing as like a board of stewards that votes through proxies for people that want them to, then I don't know that it makes a lot of sense to delegate or to separate the governance and the investments.
Well, so again, the big opportunity is, having a governance framework that is separate from the specific investment decisions, because the vision is to have dozens or hundreds of investment clubs that each have their own governance framework, but then collectively have some type of more, overarching governance that could, because the opportunity for some synergy and stuff like that is I think kind of the or just a more collaborative dynamic, where the governance token for i100 club, like the one that we're launching here tonight, is for Colorado, like the first rHome investment club of Colorado. But then, go ahead.
That was probably my computer, but I was going to say I agree with you, Jason. I think you should have a token that represents all of the organizations, and then a governance token for each.
Yeah, and like one of the opportunities that we do for sure that we haven't had conversations is that this 3WIN, we do have a governance token. We haven't distributed a single token out of that. So whether we need to necessarily have a separate governance token for i100 Club, which may be better just considered as a brand within this Triple Win Foundation, but we don't need to make that decision here tonight. Building out this Triple Win Foundation is very, very early. And this is functionally the first investment club that we are launching here through all of our efforts that we've been working towards. And part of the reason is just from a timing standpoint. Syndicate had been on my radar for quite a while. And like I said, they just launched this platform here in January 25th, so not too long ago. So really excited to bring that online. And then But anyway, I don't think that there was really anything else. Does anybody have any final thoughts? We'll be having more conversations like on our community call for Retoken Wednesday. The primary agenda topic is going to be integration within Triple Win Foundation, and would really like a very collaborative approach on the snapshot proposal. And then one of the things that I still need to do, and this is after we get off the live stream, I'll do that here, is create that Let Us Meet for RET Camp, the blockchain boot camp for real estate, and wanting to have one more working group either tomorrow or Tuesday. And that's really, that's going to be, again, main focus, and really wanting to put a strategy together as far as maximizing the time in Miami for making some connections, because we really believe that this blockchain bootcamp can be an absolutely fabulous opportunity for us all to really deliver a lot of value, but to also create a revenue stream for us promoting that product, and then creating a fabulous onboarding experience for people to learn more about real estate and blockchain technology through this blockchain bootcamp for real estate. So anyway, I'm going to stop talking. We're already 20 minutes over our allocated hour. I should have known that we couldn't get done all of this stuff within 1 hour, but we did our best on that. So some of that was we're not even getting to finish up because of high gas, but we'll get that knocked out later, and I'll share with everybody with that on Discord, and potentially even like some other channels. But I'm going to stop talking now and let somebody else give us some final thoughts.
Hi, Jason. This is Amy. Can we, since we canceled the meeting this afternoon, can we include the numbers for Token Summit DAO? I just wanted to know how effective we are and what the results is, because I still have my Matic in my Coinbase. I need to take it out and get a ticket, but I just wanted to know the numbers of how we did during that time. Is that possible?
Yeah, we definitely, it's not a high amount of tickets sold. I think we were at 7 to 10 gold tickets. I think really the big opportunity is to see how this affiliate program, and this is something that I'll actually bring open here, the affiliate program for RET Camp. And I actually created a screenshot here. Let me bring open that. Because that, I think, was one of the missing pieces that we didn't have enough opportunity to implement within there. It was something that we wanted to, we just didn't have enough bandwidth. And then we really wanted to have more control, because the workflow, and this is something that we'll talk more about, and that's something that we're going to be focusing very early on, is having some better sales workflow with this blockchain bootcamp for real estate, if that makes sense. And Active Campaign is one of the sales automation CRM tools that we're looking at for that. Let me see if I can find that here.
Speaking of tickets, I've got the Eventbrite up, and we're on sale right now. So need to figure out how to trace the affiliates. But if any of you guys are interested in being an affiliate, let me know.
Yeah, so what Tyler was talking about is the affiliate program for Blockchain Bootcamp for Real Estate, which our first one is going to be on April 23rd, which is a Saturday. And we're very confident as far as having an absolutely fabulous program for that. And we talked about having that be a 42 Matic ticket price, which Matic is like $1.50 or so. So that's probably like a $60, $70 ticket. And that would be a pretty generous affiliate opportunity there. You know, 21 Matic, which is approximately a little over $30 for the referring affiliate. And then like the partner community, in the case of like Retoken, So that's kind of the pie that I created. Did a lot for the tokenomics, but we'll be talking more about that on this upcoming Monday or Tuesday. And again, I'll get the Lettuce Meet out for RAT Camp, our blockchain boot camp that we're creating here in the coming weeks. And we'll get something here. We've got today was winding up season 0 of Token Summit DAO, and I was having some conversation with our focus here on blockchain bootcamp. We were talking about just pausing the coordinate while we're launching this blockchain bootcamp for real estate, so that we're not throwing tokens out the window without much effort being done for those participating in coordinate. So that was kind of some thoughts on that. But I'll send an announcement out on the Token Summit DAO Discord for that. So fabulous. I love our first meetup. Again, this the opportunity here is to really create this investment club format in other locales where that we can really bridge people locally to provide a sustainable and scalable format for a solution to the equitable, affordable housing crisis. And we'll be having more conversations as far as the tokenomics of that and the tokenomics, incorporating the tokenomics on the security token side as well. And that's one of the things that we really believe that this blockchain bootcamp can provide a great opportunity to facilitate conversations with other people in the process of this, whether they're broker dealers or whether they're registered transfer agents or whether they're alternative trading systems like T0, Vertalo, or whomever else that is, and like Chainrise was a conversation that we facilitated. D-Sign, who's regularly participated in our communities, is an employee over there in the Chainrise team, was one of our guest speakers on International DAO Day on 2/22. But anyway, I'm going to stop talking now.
Yeah, this is all good stuff. Let's go ahead and wrap this up and let everybody get back to their Sunday night. And Rosetta, I got your message, so I'll follow up with you on that. Thank you. And thanks everybody for participating. It's great to see you guys as always.
Yes, thanks everybody. Have a good Sunday. Looking forward to seeing those of you that are going to Miami this coming week.
Yeah, same here. I'll be there on Wednesday.
Looking forward to it, Teresa, and looking forward to learning so much. Go ahead, Amy.
I'm just gonna say good night, everyone.
Good night, Amy. We'll need to get with Jason on how to add Tennessee.
Nashville, I was just having a conversation with Tyler. Would love Nashville to be on the radar. That is an increasingly desirable place.
We love Nashville. He's a big fan of hot chicken. So if you have a favorite place, spicier the better. I'll take all the pickles.
Been to Hattie B's several times. You know, that's where Nashville hot chicken is renowned from, and I'm sure that that's not the only hot chicken in Nashville.
Right. Okay. Good deal. Thanks so much for all the work that you all have done. Looking forward to it. And I'll see you. I arrive on Wednesday also in Miami.
That sounds good, Rosetta. Looking forward to it, and looking forward to us all creating more solutions for equitable, affordable housing. It's such a need, not only here in the US, but on a global basis. And that's one of the things that I believe blockchain technology can help facilitate those conversations and solutions. But on that note, everybody have a great night and a great week coming up here.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.